99.1 FM.
Looking for the best way to start your day? Listen to the Breakfast Diary. A complete diet of news.
Unknown gunmen today attack
Current affairs, newspaper review. Society gist, birthday shout-outs.
Happy birthday, babe.
In sports,
Sensational goal!
the Breakfast Diary. Breakfast Diary. 7 o'clock in the morning, weekdays. Exclusive on Udenibo FM.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Welcome back. The Breakfast Diary, Denver 99.1 FM is a Tuesday morning. We're keeping tabs on developments in and around the country, making sense of them. Thank you for staying tuned. Zeno.fm is the website to listen live. You can also download the online radio box app. You'll find this there. Straight to our topic of discussion for today, International Men's Day towards a zero male suicide.
Everybody, I heard to make your body, make you sweat.
On Sunday, November 19, the world marked the International Men's Day. The International Men's Day is used to celebrate the positive value men bring to the society, community, family, marriage, child care, and the environment. It is also a global awareness day for many issues that face men, including parental alienation, abuse, homelessness, suicide, and violence. For this year, the theme is centered on zero male suicide. According to a 2023 report by the World Health Organization, about 700,000 people commit suicide annually, apart from many more who attempt suicide globally. The International Association for Suicide Prevention said over 1 in every 100 deaths, that is 1.3% in 2019, was the result of suicide, and the global suicide rate is over twice as high among men than women. Over half, that is 58% of all deaths by suicide, occur before the age of 50 years. In Africa, WHO Africa said in 2022, the suicide rate for men on the continent was at 18 per region, compared to 12.4 per 100,000 population globally. In Nigeria, over 80% of suicide incidents are said to be males, and out of these, 51.8% are married, while 33.6% are students. So in our discussion segment today, given all of the statistics, we ask, what are the leading factors of male suicide, and what can be done to save the situation? My name is Njidaka Chisom Chineduko Anchor here, as well as our analyst, comrade, Aloysius Santa, public affairs commentator, political scientist, and of course, president, civil society organization, South Eastern. And so, comrade, you've heard the statistics. What is actually quite significant is the fact that it is more prevalent in men than women. In Nigeria, they're saying over 50%, would I say 51.8% of suicide incidents are married, 33.6 are students, but basically over 80% of suicide cases are men in Nigeria. So let's speak to some of these statistics.
Well, I did say off air that International Men's Day, you will find out that on International Women's Day celebration everywhere, highlighting the challenges of women, how women should be treated, this and that, even gift and what have you. But on International Men's Day, all men to themselves, nobody cares. When like we are discussing this, the theme for this year, suicide, a lot of men all over the globe, of particular in Nigeria, their health are literally filled up with a lot of weight, a lot of load, and what have you. There's something I saw on the internet a few days ago. Various list of what men pass through. They cater for children's school fees, buy this, buy that, buy this, pay for this one, address this one, this and that. At the end of the day also, when it gets to reward system, the wife almost carries everything. Even the same children you labored for will still gravitate towards looking after their mom more than you, and you are left alone. So at the end of the day, most cases you end up receiving shinap and hot drink as your reward.
But there's a gift after all, because I thought you were hinting at the fact that there was a gift. So I was wondering whether they commit suicide because of the economic condition or the fact that they are not recognized on International Men's Day.
A lot of many things that push men into suicide. The thing is that actually, before a man concludes that the best thing for him is to end it all, it means that the person did not just that thing has eaten deep into the person's system.
Comrade, we accept your, talk about the financial pressure of men. And unfortunately I'd say, we live in a generation where responsibilities are gradually starting to, be less one-sided. I mean, yes, there is a financial burden on most men. But let's take this conversation back to the grassroots. The average black man, that's the average Nigerian man, is to a large extent groomed to attach the most value on what his financial capability is. And at the end of the day, I dare say that the pressure on raising morally upright children, the pressure on raising disciplined and principled children is put more on the female children. The pressure for, being able to provide is shifted to the male child.
Yes.
And that is our focus for today. So I want us to start with the conversation of, how do I say, depressurizing the male child, dematerializing the male child. It looks like, what the Igbos will say, everything
Breaking
generalized.
the stereotype.
Yeah, everything about the male child is generalized and concluded.
What he brings,
What he brings to the table.
Yeah.
Ego. How do we shift from men attaching their value to ego money? Because you find out that the moment a man checks his pocket and there is nothing there, depression sets in. The pressure is heavy. Yes, I do know that there are so many other factors. I mean, the children have got to be catered for. And if he's unlucky, then instead of him to be supported, of course, if he's the very disciplined person that, he needs the support, he may be getting pressure instead of support. That's it on one side. So, comrade, first, let's start with the pressure to be a providing man, or do I say the pressure to make money on the male child from the child's family. And from there, we will now move to how the male child strays. And this same family does nothing, or maybe in most cases, does nothing about it, as long as the child is bringing something home. It was just yesterday that we talked about how children are little or not even trained anymore. They are sent to be providers.
Okay, the thing has been made in such a way that part of what gives that man the sense of esteem, that he's actually a man, is that he shoulders the responsibilities.
At what stage?
So you find out that is it prowess or what do they call it? What do you call it? As a man, the masculine stuff is another thing. Because why do I say that? I've seen a man who took his life because the wife said that he's not active in bed, and then eventually started sleeping with other women, other men. And the reaction the man could do is to go and hang himself. That the woman has made him worthless in the eyes of the society. And the reaction was to go and hang himself. So the pressure is, I think this thing should boil down to somebody did a song, politicians pity for us. So is it Timaya? So women pity the men now.
No, you're taking the blame back to women, which for me is disingenuous. Okay, because we are focusing on how men can help themselves and break the barrier that their worth is tied to what they bring to the table.
Yes.
I've had conversations. I mean, these conversations play out all the time on social media, where young people, young men, will continuously motivate themselves to don't allow any woman to provide for you. Don't listen to them. Don't, because when you allow them to bring, they will start abusing you. Don't even if you are dying, don't listen to this woman. The moment you contribute financially, I just know that your value is going to be depleted.
Yeah.
So it's not about passing the buck to women, because there are women who are willing to help. And in the society we are today, where the women also contribute financially
Of course.
to the home.
It is now a shared responsibility.
Yeah, I'm still wondering why some men cannot get to themselves, to relax, to seek help from women. So let's speak to that mindset. And I think that if you collect from a woman, you will reduce your masculinity.
The thing is, why I said that it's not that I'm being disingenuous, but why I had to say it is because if you look at those men also, you find the truth there, in the sense that once the situation is that the woman brings more, he will be subjected to all manner of abuse and treated as worthless in most cases. It's only very few that actually protest that ego of the man, the image.
Okay, let's go back to the choices men make. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. And so if you think that you have a wife that can subject you to ridicule because she is bringing more, the question remains, how well did you look before finding her?
And I can tell you that this one, there is no rocket science to find that woman who will do otherwise in this scenario.
There are people who think that it's not about what they bring, but their physical qualities. How about that?
But the major thing is that despite if the physical qualities the man brings without the financial quality, it will still be reduced to that man is.
That's what I'm saying, that the men are not looking properly.
The thing is this: it's not about not looking properly.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Women are mostly wired that way. Take it or leave it.
Or maybe every human being.
I'm not generalizing, but that's why I'm saying that the greater percentage.
Yeah.
I cannot just come on here and generalize. It's just like I said, if I come out now and say all women are witches, no,
Yeah.
it's not at all. Or any woman that provides. So the thing is, greater percentage, once they are actually the one providing, the quality of the man will reduce. Take it or leave it. They will invariably, one way or the other, still put it to you that you need to succumb because she's the one. She's the one bringing this
I do know that.
So at the end of the day, the thing makes the man feel worthless. But our focus is on suicide.
Yes.
The truth of the matter is that nothing at all should push anyone to go and commit suicide. Because whether you are being degraded or not, why should you take your life?
So, comrade,
This is the life you didn't create.
the statistics in Jijeka read out says the percentage of men that commit suicide is higher than the percentage of women that commit suicide.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to deviate. As much as there are reports that men report less of domestic abuse, but women, I mean, if we start to rate suicide based on the kind of partner the person ends up with, I mean, it is still in this same Africa and in this same Nigeria that we have more cases of women reduced to nothing. You start to hear things like clip her wings because I provide. You start to hear things like bizarre stuff about forcing people to submit. Oh, I will stop providing so she will submit. I mean, my point is this. I think regardless of gender, people face challenges in marriage.
Yes.
And trust me, I think more women do not commit suicide because they start to think of, what about my children? The same issue where we have some of them even dying in those marriages.
Of course, women are more resilient than men.
So
Psychologically wired.
It's a case of now.
Women can endure situations more than men.
So I think, comrade,
Yes.
Comrade, I think we should be shifting the conversation
Exactly.
to boosting.
There are things women endure. When we subject a man to such, the man will just break it.
So we should be shifting to building the mental strength of men. We should be shifting the conversation to how do we groom men who see life beyond if I can't do this, I take my life.
Yes,
How do we groom men who see life beyond, if I can't do this, I resort